They say he takes what's that adrenaline? What's that the drug that makes you hyper?
Uh,
Uh,
what the
uh,
fuck's it called?
they give it to kids who
Adderall?
adrenaline or aldrin something. I don't know what it is. But I know,
Adderall?
yeah, Adderall. I think even fucking Joe Rogan said he does that. He takes it. He said he has to be on something when he gets like crazy.
Yeah,
But
it's
he's
for
like,
ADHD, I
we
think.
want to build. He was trying to act like a statesman. Boring 64 minutes of fucking fucker. You go ahead, man. Say what you gotta say. It's all.
Yeah. So Trump, he's probably getting older. He was so much more low energy in his
Yeah,
speech
yeah,
than he was because, okay, in 2015 he started his presidential run. He was, so bombastic, so high
yeah,
energy,
yeah,
cussing, fucking trash talking on stage, going into multiple tangents.
yeah,
And DeSantis is more high energy and more composed than
yeah.
Trump when he gives speeches. And I think that's what might give him a leg up. Trump, it just seems so unenthusiastic. And that's why Fox and all these journalists just walked out.
Mm.
God, I think because the first time I saw this,
Yeah.
TJ Kirk, the amazing atheist? I
No, no.
you should follow him. I first saw this announcement on his channel when he was covering it, and he almost started fucking falling asleep.
There we had jet fighters that were 48
Let me
years
turn it
old.
up.
We
Yeah,
had
look at him.
bombers that were 60 years.
Yeah, I'm actually going. Yeah, I'm actually cutting about 50 minutes of this out because
Yeah,
all we need is 10 minutes because
yeah.
he
Just get
announces his run here.
you
So
should have got the highlights on Twitter.
old.
Go ahead.
highlights.
No, I mean, if you wanted like the cream of the crop of his speech, sometimes you don't want to listen to the whole. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, because this is his announcement.
Okay, go ahead.
We had bombers them when they were new. And now the grandchild is flying the bomber, but not anymore. But as I've said before, the gravest threats to our civilization are not from abroad, but from within. None is greater than the weaponization.
Yeah, like people who try to overthrow the fucking government.
Justice system, the FBI.
Make it sound good. That's like. Don't make it too fast because so the viewers will listen.
Yeah.
We got a lot of international viewers. Yeah.
A top to bottom overhaul to clean out the festering rot and corruption. You see.
Yeah, like the MAGA QAnoners, people who were complicit in the attempted overthrow of the government and the installment of a fascist dictator.
His EPA cabinet member was trying to take a fucking mattress. His EPA. I think his name. I don't know what his name was. The EPA, the what's that? The Environmental Protection Agency. He was head of that. He was in his hotel and he tried to take the mattress home with him. He used to go from hotel to hotel to get the Secret Service to get him the oil from the fucking bathrooms of these hotels. These are fucking phony motherfuckers, man. Go ahead. But I don't think he's going to be successful. Like I told you, when he came in 2016, give me water, please. He was
water.
Good. He was what do you call it? Let me just shut the camera off and I'll be back.
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I'll keep talking. Don't worry.
You hear me?
Go on. Yeah. Yeah, it's taken so long for him to get to the fucking point. He has to absorb all the applause. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. If you like to get to the next time, you want to get to the point, just go to Twitter. Twitter is good in one way. Sometimes they just give you the cream of the crop and shit. Because he was talking for. I even got bored. Donald Trump is not the same Donald Trump of 2016. 2016, he was saying things that nobody will dare say in public, and people were like, "What? Really? No. You hate immigrants too? You hate people of color? Oh my God, we all agree with you, don't we? Oh shit, we're gonna go to vote. Well, man, let's register, honey. Let's go to register because Donald Trump thought that's what he was. Now everybody's sanitized.
Donald Trump go build the wall.
Now everybody's sanitized. Everybody's seen all that shit. Seen that, done that. You saw the New York Post. They had him on page 26. They called him Florida man. Florida man make an announcement. That's how fucking disrespectful they felt like. He's not going to he's not going to be like, like the popular like he was, or people will gravitate toward him. He's going to have his fucking crazies. It's called the 30% and the bottom assholes. They're going to follow him from place to place, like groupies that follow old Asian rock stars. When they go from the Deads, whatever. I don't know the name of these groups, but I know they have groupies. And in the end, even DeSanto is a new toy in town. But DeSanto is copying the way he talks. He's not his own man.
Yeah.
He does his hand, the way he signed, the way he does his hand like that.
Twitter has a good clip of that.
Yeah, he's his
side
fucking
by side.
Yeah, he's his bitch. In the end, when people see it, like, what the fuck is this? And yeah. I don't think he could handle if you took the DeSanto out of his bubble in Florida, he's not a very sophisticated person. He'll melt right away.
Yeah. On the debate stage, he might not do well.
Yeah.
Well, a couple things Trump has going for him.
Yeah.
So one thing is that he's original.
Yeah.
Like it seems to be his own style. People tried to point to Abe and a few other right wingers, but
and he's funny.
The comparisons were weak. I don't think Trump, got his style from anyone else. He really explicated it himself, with the hand gestures, and second, besides being original, Trump is funny. I think he's funny.
He's funny shit. Yeah.
I think he's funny.
He's a fucking New Yorker at the end of the day. He's a fucking piece of shit like me.
Yeah. But he's rich and he doesn't give a fuck about
Yeah, and he got all these fucking poor Southern whites to follow him all over the place. This fucking con artist from New York got them to fucking follow him all over the place like a fucking.
And then he cut Social Security and Medicaid.
Yeah, they don't care.
This guy's a populist?
Do it.
What the fuck?
Do it. When that check stopped coming in the mail, they're like, whoa. Remember when they had that? They had that child credit, when they were getting like $300. When the Democrats, like for a year, they had that child credit. It was doing good. It was $300 for each child. They were getting, instead of getting at the end of the year. It was helping a lot of people in these states where they really need it, like poor, really poor states like Kentucky, especially West Virginia is the poorest part.
You're talking about COVID stimulus?
No. It was a tax credit.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the year, how you get your taxes and you get to deduct shit. Instead of they doing that, they were giving it to you every month. So for each child, you got $300. Let's say you have 3 kids or 4 kids. Yep. That's $1,200 a month. You get it every month. It helps. They buy food. Because I was seeing a lot of people from Virginia when they got cut. They got upset. They're like, West Virginia, because these people help. It was cutting real poverty. That's real. When you give money to people to their hands instead of that trickle down bullshit, all that shit, it's better because people, they'll buy shit they need. So the Republicans cut it. The Republican cut it, and they I think they did get punished this time, but still they had to pay more. They barely fucking won the House. Yeah, it's gonna be a red wave. The red wave, get out of the way.
Because voters who are moderate centrists for the most part only pay attention to politics once every 4 freaking years. I honestly think a lot of Americans, the extent of their participation in politics is, how much does gas cost? What are food prices like now? And then they just vote in whoever they think is going to make, their standard of living more stable. But what they don't realize is that it's Republicans who bolster corporate greed, Republicans who fail to tax and regulate these major bloodsuckers, these fucking evil corporations that are stealing all our value, the value as we as workers produce, and the value of our labor. Okay, and this guy is one of them.
So I want to show you something. Okay, go ahead.
Well, you want to show me something? Go
ahead.
I
just want to show you. Okay, I want to show you this video I just saw.
Okay,
wait. Let me shut it down. I gotta share. So the Republican Party barely won the fucking House, right? So you think, and Mitch McConnell said it. He said, we scared people. We were too extreme. We scared. You think the next day they will get up and say, we're gonna inflation. They're gonna talk about shit they're gonna do for America. Let me see. Okay.
No, they don't have policy proposals.
They don't have anything. Look, this is the conference they had the next day.
I think their entire strategy from here is going to be CRT, crime, all the culture war nonsense.
Yeah, it is. Good.
The transaction is suspected to be related to money laundering or fraud or other types of criminal activity. according to media reports, the Biden family accumulated over 150 SARs. One SAR generated by an American bank to the Treasury Department connects Hunter
This is a SAR.
associates to
They woke up on Hunter Biden's dick.
international human trafficking.
This is it. That's what they're gonna do for the next 2 years. Hunter Biden did this. Hunter Biden. What the fuck? You just barely won the fucking Congress. People want ideas. They want to know what the fuck you stand for. What does your party stand for? What did you do?
The money gained through influence peddling was
like this isn't gonna work for them.
Yeah, these are assholes. Let me get rid of this. These are assholes. I'm gonna tell you why they're assholes. First of all, you have Jared Kushner got $2 billion from Saudi Arabia. Plus, he got $1.3 billion from Qatar during when he was still president. They rented his 666 Manhattan. They got a 99-year lease, and they paid a century in advance. I never seen that shit. You pay a whole century in advance for that. That's corruption.
Yep.
But fucking Hunter, okay, you could investigate him, but I don't think it's up to Congress. And they already have I think they have a special. There's a prosecutor looking into his behavior, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
They've tried to find everything and came up with nothing for the past decade.
That's what they're gonna do. They're so smart that the Biden or the people who are the Hunter Biden's team, they're fucking so smart. They released everything. First, they made him write a book and told everything he ever did, right? Then then he took out the videos. He's having sex with hookers. I mean, you can't get worse than that. I mean, what are they gonna find on him? What his peanuts was not that was not the real size we saw, or what?
The more they want me to hate him, the more I like him, because you know
he's fucking guy. You know, a lot of Americans suffer from drug use. 112,000 Americans died last year from opiate overdose. People have family who are suffering from drug. People sometimes they feel sorry for Biden, for Joe Biden. He had to deal with his son who's a drug addict and who's ruining his life, just smoking crack, running around from place to place. And I am the vice president of the United States. And how does that look? So a lot of people are dealing with at least one family member who's fucking up. I'm dealing with that shit. Everybody's dealing with that shit. You know somebody who's dealing with that.
My own family member who's fucking up. Okay.
Yeah, they're fucking up. I know people that got stuck. They tried these drugs and they can't stop no more. You understand? Either they end up in jail or dead.
That's me.
Yeah. So you know what it is. I mean, it is what it is. So they're gonna do investigations. You're gonna have Jim Jordan yelling and screaming with Matt Gaetz every day. If I was a network, I would not pay attention to any fucking meeting they have or hearings. Don't put it on TV. Just let them fucking die out. That's it. That's the only way, because they are just viral motherfuckers. That's all they are. They're trying to get on fucking TV, say the wrong shit, get their heart on, feed the base that red meat. You see Boebert, she's like, well, I'm going to go back to Washington. And now she's talking about policies because she only won like about 300 votes. We got about the inflation. We got to bring home about jobs. Now you see the lights. Instead of walking out with a gun up your ass, you fucking, I don't know if I can say that word.
Woke transy.
Yeah, walking out with a gun up my ass. That bitch would be, if she didn't win, she would have been in San Fernando. All the porn industry is in fucking California.
Yeah,
that's where Midwest girls go to fucking make a living. Sorry, guys, don't get it.
Then they become Democrats.
Yeah, it's true. That's where they go. They take advantage of them over there. Fucking, I still live in New York. Fucking every day, there's a bus drops like 10, 20 girls by 42nd Street, Times Square.
So long as they're adults, and they're aware of what they're getting into. There's no fraud involved.
No, there's not that. But I'm saying that she is not Congress. The problem is, Mitch McConnell. I don't agree with him on anything, but he said we don't have quality candidates. She's not a quality candidate to represent people of Colorado. And when Mr. Smith goes to Washington, he saw those movies and all that shit. Yeah. They're not doing anything like that. They're not doing anything like that. They just go there, make all this noise. They heckle the president during the State of the Union. That is sucking disrespectful. Fucking, that's trailer park shit that you do. Don't do that.
Yeah, like the Republican Party needs candidates like Trump who will feign populism, but when they're in office, just govern like any other establishment war hawk neocon.
Don't give him shit. He never gave his followers nothing.
Yeah.
All like, and he was trying to take away their insurance. The fucking idiots. They didn't even realize that he was trying to take their health insurance when he was president. Oh, we got to repeal Obama. What was the word? Repeal and replace.
These are the same people who would claim about, oh, them damn Mexicans are fucking taking our jobs and lowering our wages.
Yeah.
I'm fucking stupid as shit. Like, you're like, oh, okay. So here's this government program you've worked so hard for most of your adult life.
Yeah.
And they're gonna slash that, but you on the campaign trail, you're all, oh, fuck them Mexicans, they're taking our jobs, they're lowering our wages, which that doesn't happen at all. It only happens for a small demographic of Americans. So what did you want to cover next? Do you want to go back to the Trump speech?
Yeah, go ahead, finish it. Do what you had to do. Go ahead.
Yeah, because we're only gonna go through 10 minutes of this. We're not going.
All right, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. No.
Yeah. Here. Make a fucking point, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm a victim. I will tell you, I'm a victim. Think of it.
He's a victim. I don't know, a victim of what.
You're the victim.
Yeah.
Imagine how much PTSD was foisted onto the Capitol Police, the Congress people, the people who were in there at the time. Like, come on, man. Shut the fuck up. The election was not stolen from you. You were just coping because you were a shitty president. The American people voted you out and you lost the election. Okay?
Yeah. Steele, who wrote the fake dossier, if he will lie and say that
it was not fake, it detailed some of what the Trump administration's connections to Russia were. Look, I don't believe in Russiagate because there was only so much they could prove, and what the little evidence they had wasn't enough to overturn the election. I think it was just because the Democrats sucked, and that's why this guy got elected.
Okay.
It is.
And he refused to do it, so it had to be really fake. And then they hired somebody.
Really fake it. You've lived as a con man your entire life.
All his life.
Yeah, and like Elon Musk. Self-made. I'm a self-starter. Shut the fuck up. You were born with a golden spoon up your ass. Fuck you.
Right. For $200,000 a year to focus
stolen
Trump,
golden spoon.
to get Trump. Including the raid of a very beautiful house that sits here. I think
Wait, the Steele dossier has nothing to do with the raid at Mar-a-Lago. The Mar-a-Lago raid was because you had classified documents and the National Archives has already asked for them back. The Steele dossier was related to Russia, the collusion and that shit had nothing to do with the
But you know who started the Steele dossier? It wasn't him. It was an opposition. It's called the Beacon Group. The Beacon Group. It's a conservative lobbying group that was done as opposition, what's called opposition research for Ted Cruz. So I don't know.
Yeah,
what
because Ted Cruz doesn't like They don't like populists.
Yeah, they offered him that they went and sold it to the Clintons and all that shit. But it was actually by conservative against each other. The dossier, the Steele dossier bullshit. What it is.
Yep. Let me start back up.
And I said, why didn't you raid Bush's place? Why did Clinton?
Oh my God! All these
they didn't take shit home. They didn't take the shit home. You know what's so crazy about this fucking asshole?
Yeah,
he never read these intelligence reports. He never wanted to read them, but he took them home. He stole them. I don't understand what the fuck he was thinking.
Yeah, he had to fucking show it off. Are you crazy or stupid or both?
Yeah, I think they just did that to give him a way out when they said that he wanted to be.
Yeah.
Even today with that special.
Obama, who took a lot of things with him. We will dismantle the deep state and restore.
Obama didn't steal shit.
Your government by the people.
Wait, I mean, so the deep state was powerful enough to get a president elected, but not powerful enough to keep the House? And the deep state doesn't have enough of a majority in the Senate to override filibusters? That's because the deep state doesn't exist. Because, okay, if you think they're gonna, they're close to enacting the New World Order, which Trump doesn't really think, he's just, appealing to the QAnon fucking lunatic conspiracy theorist crowd.
Yeah.
But You know, why does the deep state just have to go through this process? Why can't they just, implement a totalitarian, a fucking Jewish government, as he thinks? Let's be honest. Now, because the deep state doesn't exist. It's just bureaucracy as usual. Okay, Democrats win a bit, Republicans lose a bit, and in the next election cycle, it might be the opposite. But it's bureaucracy as it is. More gridlock.
To further drain the swamp, I will push for.
You didn't fucking drain the swamp. You governed like any other lunatic neocon. You didn't have to kill Soleimani. You didn't have to up the drone war. You didn't have to, fucking escalate. You didn't have to stay in Afghanistan when you said you'd pull out. And congrats to Biden because he actually fucking did that. Like you were a war hawk, bro.
He was a
constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. It's time.
Oh shit!
That'll never get through.
Remember that time when he said that anybody who works for him cannot lobby 5 years? Oh, that shit is all fake and phony. Oh, we believe this. We believe him. He's saying he is Jesus incarnated. I don't know how they say it. Is that how they say it?
He's fucking the Messiah reincarnated. Fucking go fucking Roblox yourself,
Yeah.
A billionaire talking about draining the swamp. Here's where he says it.
And I will ask for a permanent ban on taxpayer funding of campaigns. A lifetime ban.
Okay, that would destroy the Republican Party.
Yeah, that's the same material we had last time.
Yeah, he had 4 years. What did he do? He had.
I'm telling you, he's that comic. He's that old comic, that Asian comic who hasn't wrote any new materials. He goes around the clubs like old timer clubs, and repeat the same fucking same jokes again and again and again. That's what he is. And I don't think he's gonna run out of the gate this time. He's not gonna have any. And if he does, he's gonna energize the Democratic and liberal base. If 81 million come, 100 million gonna come out this time. They don't want him. Everybody's tired of fucking bullshit,
Absolutely.
Yeah, they don't want that. I'm tired of
I
shit.
mean, you had a Republican majority in the House and Senate for 4 years. What did you get done, dude?
Nothing.
Where's the swamp draining? Nothing. Because he secretly is that establishment. He
is the swamp. He is the swamp.
He looks like he's been submerged in a fucking swamp. He looks so wrinkly and older,
No, I see what they make. They leave the White House or they leave Congress and they're paid millions and millions and millions of dollars a year. No, you have to have a ban. We want to ban trading stocks with insider information.
Yeah.
And many of our great members agree with that. They actually agree with that. And of course, we will do whatever it takes to see confident elections.
Like banning people who say the election was stolen because it wasn't. There's no evidence, and you grasped at straws the entire time. I mean, it's so fucking ironic. They'll claim voter fraud, voter fraud, voter fraud. Never mention it when they win because like you guys took the House, so was the deep state, not rigging the election, not rigging the House elections? Like, what's going on here?
To eliminate cheating.
You saw today the Attorney General.
Same day voting and only paper ballots.
Yeah. What happened?
When they do that, he's gonna appoint a special special counsel, whatever the fuck call it, to investigate Trump. Once they do that, that means there's no case. Yeah, and it's gonna go to die someplace in 2-3 years. Run out the clock. Everybody's gonna forget, and that's it. Everybody don't want to touch him, man. They don't want to deal with his base or want to deal with the country. They're like, fucking, this guy's a criminal. We all know. We're gonna put a special what do you call it? A special counselor, or what is it?
Special master.
No, the counselor.
Master.
This is to investigate him, not the master.
Yeah.
Today. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a prosecutor, a special prosecutor to investigate him. Once they do that, they just passing the fucking ball to another person to run out the clock. They're gonna investigate him for 2 years. The presidency is gonna change. They're not gonna find nothing, and it's gonna die out like everything else. It just costs us millions and millions of dollars. If Garland doesn't have the balls to prosecute him, then just fucking leave it alone. That's it. Don't fuck around with that bullshit, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Good.
Make a point, bro. Oh God.
Fucking idiot, man. He's the dumbest.
Only paper ballots.
Yeah.
France just had an election. 36 million people voted. It was all done by 10 o'clock in the evening. No complaints. You had a winner. You had a loser. The loser went home. The winner, it's a friend of mine.
You were the loser.
But he was
in the 2020 election.
What he did to the country is unforgivable, man.
Absolutely.
What he tried to do, and he set that shit in motion in daylight in front of the whole world to watch. I don't know why he's still fucking home, man. He should be in a dungeon someplace under the fucking White House, not even in a jail. So Joe Biden would go spin his face every night, before he goes to his career. Why would you do that to the country? And you have these fucking little assholes on YouTube who are fucking these so-called
sucking his
they're like, there was nothing going on. You know, people got it that day. Who just they just got to look at it. Really. How about that? They always have that. How about that BLM, motherfucker? Those people trying to steal jeans and sneakers, not fucking overthrow the government of the United States. There's a difference here. You understand? They're trying to get a TV set out of fucking out of Target, whatever. Best Buy. You know. Yeah.
Fix it very easily. You can find out what's going on. No, paper ballots, same day voting, voter ID. So simple. And we want all votes counted by election night.
Yeah, right.
That's impossible.
It's their fault. You know what they do? Like in Pennsylvania, they won't let nobody count it as they come. They have to wait until the poll closed, then start counting it. A million. Like Florida, they let you count it. You see how fast they do it in Florida? Because as soon as they get in there in the mail, they count it right away and put it in there. That's it. Do you understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
Eventually, the Republican Party is going to die out. The Republican Party is on its way out. It's not.
Yeah, especially if they keep on harping on this culture war nonsense. They need to at least make an effort to appeal to working class people and not bullshit like CRT or fucking Hunter Biden and his fucking dick.
They are one law or one policy away from imploding like they did in California. California used to have Republican governors and stuff like that, like Wilson. What they did is they had something called Proposition 187. Proposition 187 was to deny immigrants or illegal immigrants health care and things of that nature. And you have California, everybody has a family member who's in it. They say, fuck you. And they never won an election there. The only way they're going to get back in there if the fucking liberals don't solve the homeless problem in California. After that, you can't elect even a dog catcher as a Republican. They imploded. That's it. Yeah. When you get a chance, look it up. It's called Proposition 187.
They spend all of the money for machines. They end up 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. By that time, everyone forgot there was even an election. It's horrible. And this doesn't happen. I've said it before. It doesn't happen in third world countries. They do better than we do. It's horrible what's happening with our election process. And I'll get that job done. That's a very personal job for me. I take that very personally.
He's a loser.
But this is just the beginning of our national greatness agenda, and that's what we call it. A national greatness agenda. Our country can be greater than it ever was.
4 years.
He's gonna lose so big. It's unbelievable. I don't even gonna think he's gonna catch on as the Republican candidate. You understand? Because I saw a lot of people reacted to it. They got mad.
He will.
They like DeSantis more because I saw you jerk. A lot of people getting upset because he was talking about DeSantis. DeSantis is a phony. He's a copycat. I know. I used to look at. He looked timid before he started. He only won the last election like by 30,000 votes. But he started imitating, Trump, the way he talks. The woke goes to die. He started this culture war against Disney World, against these kids who are transgender, all this shit. The Republican Party, you could put them in one word. They are moving targets with empty pockets. They're moving around, but they have nothing to show in their pockets. They have empty pockets to show for it. So they just run around making this. Wilma, supposed to be. She's lesbian. Really? Even the fucking leftists, do you really need to know woman is fucking gay, whatever? I mean, it's all stupid on both sides. But this is what they're all about. This is what they're all about. They have nothing to show. They're gonna implode. And thank God there are people. When I saw this election, I have a lot of respect for their voters, because some of them, they voted like the person who's saying, like Kemp, Kemp, who's the governor of, but they didn't give it to Herschel. Or they voted for certain candidates, but they didn't give it to the crazy one on the down ballot. So people saw the difference. They saw the quality, and they don't want to be anything part of that. That's why all the independents came out, all the women, all the young kids came out for the Democratic Party, because you are scared and have like today, the first fucking press conference. You haven't even picked your leadership yet. You're still not in power. You're ready. Hunter Biden and his laptop. Motherfucker, this is like Groundhog's Day. When Bill Murray used to get up every day and do the same shit.
Yeah, it's the same shit over.
They're gonna implode. They're gonna implode. They have nothing to offer. I told you, they are the people of no. And people who say no, don't succeed as much. I mean, you have to say yes to everybody. Yes, not the bad stuff, but yes,
you gotta
people to live their lives.
Yeah.
Don't get when you start telling people what to do, especially in the United States of America. They don't like that shit. The toothpaste. What did they say? The toothpaste is already out of the tube.
Yeah. Did you hear the leak saying they were going after contraception?
Yeah, you're not gonna bring back the women's liberation movement to the 1960s. You're not gonna put back gay in the closets anymore. You're not gonna tell transgender they cannot trans. You can't do all that shit. That's gone. Those days are gone. All you gotta do is deliver for people. Americans, we think with our pockets. Us in the United States. Anybody, we think with our pockets. If everything is good, we're making money, we have jobs, the family's eating. I don't give a fuck what the Wilsons are doing next door to me. Or if Mr. Wilson is married to a guy named Johnson. I don't give a fuck. That's not my business. You understand? But if they go in the lawn and started banging each other in front of the kids, then we have an issue. But once you close your door, good luck. This is America. America, we don't want to get involved in other people's business. We are not jealous of rich people or anything. We just want to make a living. Those who pay their rent want to pay their rent and their car mortgage. Or those people want to pay their house mortgage. That's all people want to do. People just want to live and let live.
Absolutely.
And I appreciated those people who came out and they did not vote them all back into office, and they denied the election, denies the to be elected. I think people in America, we don't give them a lot of credit. We should give them a lot of credit. They are still thinking. They don't want any. They love this country. They don't want any chaos like what they were predicting. Oh, we're going to have a civil war. We're going to have a national divorce. Fuck you. What are you going to divorce? What? What the fuck do you produce in Alabama? What? Are they going to get mad? We probably have fans there. Don't get mad.
Their economies aren't shit. You know who?
What the fuck you do here in Kentucky? Bourbon?
You know who contributes most to America's GDP? Cities. And cities are overwhelmingly Democrat. Bitch, what do you got in fucking Mississippi? Get the fuck out of here.
Not only
we can survive without you, okay? I'm sorry.
You know how they rate the world, the world's economy?
Yeah.
The United States is number 1. Mm-hmm. China's number 2. I think the third one was Japan. And the fourth one was California. California is a fucking country. It's up there. If it was a country on its own, it would be the 4th largest economy in the world. That is crazy shit. That's crazy shit. And people, well, they live in California and they go to Austin. Yeah, they could go to Austin. It's okay. Why not? It's okay. People travel, but still, California is 25%, I think, of the United States GDP. And they should respect that and understand that that California is powerful. Keep talking. Don't worry about it. Oh, you're still real too. All right. So what are we gonna do here? So Donald Trump is gonna fucking lose. Donald Trump is a loser. Donald Trump is nothing but a race-baiting, greedy, transactional human being. He doesn't have no ideology. That's what makes him dangerous. The dangers that make Donald Trump dangerous, he has no ideology. We don't know what he is. He's not conservative. He's not that. He's all about the money. Whoever gives him money and gives him a compliment, that's okay. He did everything he can to get a picture with the Kim Wong or whatever the fuck of North Korea, whatever, or Saudi Arabia. In the long run, Donald Trump is not going to be is not going to be elected to the presidency again. People don't want any part of that. People don't want another January 6th. People don't want the headlines every night with this crazy motherfucker going crazy. People don't want that shit no more. What I learned is, let me put this guy. Why am I doing this? Okay, let me put myself when you come back. Oh, I got rid of myself.